तड़का मार के रेडियो गरम मसाला.
Today, Team Radio Garam MAsala is at the Fringe Festival at Saraswathi Maha Vidiyalay. With me, Mr Arun from Temple of Fine Arts in Singapore. Welcome. Tell me a bit about what you do at Temple of Fine Arts.
I teach North Indian classical music at Temple of Fine Arts, Singapore, and I've been in Singapore last 9 years, and teaching in Temple of Fine Arts is one of the best place to be.
Of course. What exactly do you teach? Is it a style of dance you teach?
No, I teach vocal music. It's Indian classical vocal music at Temple of Fine Arts.
Okay.
And there I have more than 100 students who are learning Indian classical music. And all the students are really good, and it's fun and enjoyment to teach them at Temple of Fine Arts.
Yeah, that helps if they're very engrossed and engaged and they enjoy what they do. It makes it easier for you. So what is it you are doing in Perth this time?
Okay, I'll be performing in Perth tomorrow. The performance called Heart Songs, which is the love of Krishna and Radha. The theme is based on the Krishna Radha's love, and how the Radha is waiting for Krishna, and finally she meets Krishna, and then the joyful moment of what the moment they share together. It's the program about that.
If you don't mind, would you mind singing something for us?
Okay, sure. Sakheri yari piya bina sakhi kalna parata mohe ghari palachina din eri yari piya bina sakhi yari पिया बिना सखी कलना परत मोहे घरी पल छिन दिन कलना परत मोहे घरी पल छिन दिन एरियाली पिया बिना सखी जब दे पिया परदेस गवन किनो रतिया कटत मोरी तारे गिन गिन एरी हाली पिया बिना सखी एरी हाली पिया बिना.
Very melodious. Can I just ask, what is the age of the students that you teach?
We have students in the age group of 6 to the basic level, basic beginner group is from the 6 years of age students we have, and then there is no age for learning, so have maximum 50 years people also they're learning. And interestingly, they're learning there and really very passionate about music.
Yeah. So they don't have to have any knowledge or anything. You teach them everything from the rags.
There should be basic knowledge, not from the beginners, but at the advanced level, definitely they need to have some sort of knowledge of music. Most of them they have learned for a few years, and then there's a gap of many years, and they want to continue. So they come there. So after that, they start again, and then practice and perform again.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for taking time out to speak to Radio Garam MAsala. Good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have with me Dhanya Tureraja and Umesh Shetty. Umesh Shetty is the choreographer of the show today called Recall, and Dhanya is a dancer. Tell me a bit about the show today and how you choreographed it.
Actually, Recall is basically recalling back my journey as a dancer. I've been in the industry about 40 years, dancing and choreography. But the thing is, started off as an Indian classical dancer. I moved to WAPA, to Australia. I did a degree in performing arts there, where the contemporary elements that I learned from WAPA, classical ballet, contemporary. Then going back to Malaysia, previously when I learned Indian dance, I learned Kathak, Bharatanatyam, a little bit of Kathakali, Odissi, I did a few workshops for the Odissi. So there's a lot of narratives that are running in my body. And when I went to London to do my masters in choreography, I started questioning this narrative that are in my body. I was trying to look who exactly I am within all these forms, different forms. This form fit my me as a person, and how do I connect to them? So I started dialoguing between myself and this form. And when I started going through that process, I had to think about who was talking to this form. Is it the Indian dancer talking to the contemporary, or is it the contemporary dancer talking to the Indian dancer? So it was very complex. It started getting very complex. From movement vocabulary, it went to mind, and then it went to beliefs. Beliefs as an Indian person, maybe we've got our religion and our culture, and from a Western person, So how does my belief as, the soul, Shiva, Ganesha, and all this, how does that fit into the movement or the position that I choose? And how does that fit to how the audience sees me and what do they think of me? So it started getting very, very complex. As I started doing that, I realized that the only way to find who am I is to remove all these thoughts. The mind, the body, this. So recall was questioning that. As you saw Danya, she started off questioning first. I need to hold this position. That's what we do as dancers. Every morning we get up, we practice and hold and hold. And in the past 8 years, I had a lot of injuries. So the body itself is questioning. Why are you going on doing this again and again? Why? Is this the only way out? So that thing at the morning, do I really have to do this? Why? So that's, there's so many levels of questioning. The body is questioning me as a person. So with that, yeah.
So your mind is always thinking about the character that you have to portray and how you're going to portray it?
It's not about the character, the person that I am. The person that I am. Actually, I just left aside about just entertaining the show and all that. And so recall starts me in my apartment, in my space, in the studio, thinking about the things that I've done in the last 40 years. And how does this fit me today? What is real and what is not real? And when I choose that, who is choosing that? Is this the Indian which is choosing? Is it the Western perspective? And why is that? Why am I choosing that? For what am I choosing? So the reason, sometimes it could be the reason I'm choosing that is because I'm at a friend of a Western audience. So I changed my perspective or choice. So there are a lot of things that are in control. And we always think that we are in control as dancers, as human beings, that we are in control, but actually we are not in control. We don't have a choice. We think we have a choice, but we don't have a choice. The choice goes to a certain extent, but then society has a pressure. And that's where you see when she removes, and then after a while she finds herself very, vulnerable too. People are looking at, you forget that. So these are all the things that, mentally, physically, those are the tools that I use for the.
How do you find all this, the dancing, and did you learn from a very young age?
I started learning dance at the Chamber of Finance at a very young age. Umesh is actually my teacher and idol for many, many years. As you can see from the way he described his work itself, his mind is like, and to grasp it, it's like, it took a long time and a lot of patience from him to actually get it, and I'm still trying to find it and still trying to get it, and it's such an amazing piece, and I'm so blessed to actually have been the one to actually portray his journey. So
Is there any dance style that you prefer to do?
Actually, at the Temple of Finance, we learn all different styles, and I love everything. Yeah.
Are you forever thinking dance, 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 dance?
I wish. If I was, maybe I'll be a bit more receptive.
Okay.
I think that's the beauty when we were at the initial stage of my life, and because of my father and the approach towards one of the directors of the approach towards dance itself was very big. So we had the freedom
So
of
you always had
doing different
from a
stuff.
young
In India, if you do Bharatanatyam and then you go and do Odissi, the teacher will say, "What are you doing? How can you do this? It's wrong." But being in Malaysia and having like my father and Allah encouraging us to move in that way, that itself was actually a step of trying to search and break boundaries between styles, intracultural and intercultural. So in Malaysia, when we started, we were doing the intracultural Odissi Bharatanatyam, and that itself was very interesting from one form to the other form. There's certain limitations there, and I think here always we try to fuse things, we try to make it beautiful, and sometimes we find that things don't need to fuse. Sometimes the tension between these two styles are the beauty of the style, and that's why they exist. So while trying to learn these styles, we started fusing. Once fusing, after a while, why do we need to fuse all the time? And so people call it fusion, confusion, and all these things. But it's not the point. The point is to learn the style properly and see how does that connect with you as a person, emotionally, mentally. And I think that the beauty that we had from our teachers, Temple of Fine Arts and all, to learn the style properly, not to do because you want to do a fusion choreography or something. So what we do is learn 3 steps, 4 steps, okay, let's do it together. No, you're going into the form itself and learning it from the scratch. And that gives you the real freedom to choose actually, and that's why it comes to recall where you really can dig in the style, within the style, and see, hey, what is real for me? Because we spent enough time to go in, and I think all of us in fine arts have been exposed to this Aussie.
You teach in Malaysia?
Yes, I teach at the Temple of Fine Arts and also the National Academy. It's a degree in performing arts. I'm one of the lecturers there as well.
Okay, and you teach all the styles that
I teach contemporary as recently in the last 10 years I'm more focused into contemporary work. Yeah, so no doubt, but I still love my tradition, classical. It's there, it's in there all the time.
It never leaves.
Yeah, it never leaves.
Thank you very much for taking time out to speak to Radio Garam MAsala. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
I have with me Mr Arunji, who will talk to us a bit about Culture Box, which is a part of the Fringe Festival, and the performance tonight. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Look, Fringe Festival, as you know, has been going on for some time, and they asked us, the Temple of Fine Arts, to make an offering to the festival. And this year we chose to do 2 items. The one is called Recall, which is Umesh Shetty and Danya Raja, 2 of them. They did it yesterday and today. And tomorrow is Heart Song, which Ravindra Pachure is going to be singing North Indian classical music, love songs as he put it. And those 2 will be a contribution to Fringe Festival. The Culture Box is basically something which we have come up with. It's our offering to the Fringe Festival. And as you saw today, it's a beehive of culture today. If you go outside, things, painting going on, dancing going on, lots of things going on over there. And inside, these sorts of things going on. So the idea is to bring a lot of, shall we say, culture from the subcontinent to the Fringe Festival.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time, and hope tomorrow goes well for you.
Thank you very much.
www.radiogarammasala.com.